I'm not, and we're going to continue playing Danganronpa 2 today. Let's go. Alright, we just finished up chapter 5 last time. Sort of. We got to the end of the trial. Let's see what's waiting for us now. I feel like I had a fun dream. Somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day. According to Monokuma. Oh. There we go. Suddenly my blood shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I'd never felt before. I feel like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. Nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone is gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Oh no. The simulation is breaking. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime. Good timing. The waifu returns. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. I wonder if all the other characters will show up too. Oh wait, I need to check on something here. You shit yourself? Yep, you did. We're still in chapter 5, I think. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we're having some sort of dream here. Or, I don't know. Maybe we're in a simulation or something?
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
A coincidence, you say? Wrong! That is the will of causality guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looked like it ended the way I'd hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it. It's just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as a killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
How unfortunate.
unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize for the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... fuck! My ears! Way too dank. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately by killing myself. I should have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to be a protagonist myself. Stop it! Way too dank. But now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so it can lead you to your unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... and can I get some fries with that? Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who's Monokuma's true identity? Junko? How could it come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go. The key is found. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle. But I don't know the Wi-Fi password.
Well...
Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monomi. But that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end. But I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. Hunter 2. Okay. Okay, 11037. And that is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. Well, my duty is finished.
I
believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And, if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
Whoopsies. That was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password that entered that ancient ruin. Wasn't, that also what, Sayaka wrote on the wall in the first case in the first game, where we thought it was a number, it was actually Leon's name upside down.
Hey,
You better hurry. I think let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Let's go. I wonder what's happening with Hajime right now. Is he hallucinating and seeing shit? Or is this entire thing like a dream? Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. Oh, we leveled up. Somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
you are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? Fool! There's also that countdown! There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills. The chills, the kills.
Thanks for the food.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Young master Fuyuhiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell?
Shut up.
Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's orders. So random.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. Yeah, I know. $11,037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing that's beyond this point is the shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. The sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. Ellipses.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go? Everyone?
Nani? Something's wrong? What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is this world. Stage clear. Chapter 5. Smile at hope in the name of despair. End. You obtain Gamer's Backpack. Chapter 0. Oh no. Hang to the school trip. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. It would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who's loved by talent, detecting irregularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It is clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun. So that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships. That's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realize that now? Is it really that funny? Ellipses. Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The sounds were starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Kamoida. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So to share a room with a person like that, yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky. Nah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess? Huh. I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? Yeah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? Ellipses. Not boring. Ah, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and impress those who possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge the true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. Not boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Ellipses. Boring people make no contributions to the world. Not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from mine. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already not having it with me. The contribution that person left to me, even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you! Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Ellipses. Hate. Then, explain your hand. Ah, this? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means I'm becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair. My sworn enemy. Junko's hand. Yeah, I see it now. Naruhodo. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know. Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that Wait. Huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Huh? 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 Ellipses. Look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But, no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? And there's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Okay, so that was like the prologue to what happened. So Nagito arrived on this island with whoever the person in question marks is. I wonder if that's Hajime. And he just got like amnesia. Ellipses. Ellipses. Huh? What's this? It's a door. There's a door. Ellipses. Huh? A door. Well, there's a door here. Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? It's the hall. It's the classroom from the first game. It's one of the many classrooms from the first game. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient room with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground. But then, why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before. When we were all gathered in the classroom. Just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But, where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island?
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Alright, let's check our pet. Yep, there's some shit there. Save. Wait, can I look at the items here? This clock doesn't have any hands. A clock without hands is meaningless. Why would something like this be in a classroom? Alright, I remember the prompts from those from the first game, so you can head out. Leave here? Yeah. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least, it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made just to startle us. Like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go. And definitely clear things up. The gymnasium is here, right? Alright. I'm going inside. Something might be waiting. But I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so, I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. Chapter 6. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo!
You heard the announcement came here too, right? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all of this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something?
That is...
That cannot be possible.
Well, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello? How does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
Why, you...
Timmy?
You.
Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
That's...
What a shock. I just told you guys, this is Hope's Peak Academy.
Of course not!
There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. You played the first game, right? Isn't this very familiar? Well, what's left of it anyway? What's left of it?
What?
Did I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell into ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that?
Stupid fool!
I don't believe it! Well, of course, it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserve to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Does the Jim look into the camera thing from The Office? Someone?
Don't fuck with me!
Enough of this bullshit, just spit it out already. Where do you take us, you bastard? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
In other words...
It means... I made this Hope's Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean between?
Hey!
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my. Are your minds getting the grumblies that only Notch can satisfy? Good, very good. It's time to hurry along to the graduation exam. But it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's not to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that.
Shing!
It's just a simple graduation exam.
Huh?
Then, what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
Are you sure about this?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh?
Why?
We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right!
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No!
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning, you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives.
Damn it!
So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
I've dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, now I think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What's going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There's no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. Ellipses. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building. It's really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? Ellipses. What in the world's going on? Ellipses. Damn it. Why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you are born in this world, you either have it or you don't. Don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blind by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? Gah. You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot that he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why'd you have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out. Gomina's it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey,
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma?
However...
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even they're our allies. They might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate the information on our own. Chiaki said she cannot betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said it had something to do with the field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
All right!
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Prepare yourself.
Like...
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope's Peak Academy. About ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, we're fine.
Hey!
Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, that means... Now, if that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course!
Hell yes. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. This place really is. What's happened to Hope's Peak Academy? None of that matters. What's important is I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive, just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Kuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. You should already know that we never choose to stay on this island.
Hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what were you looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so.
I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you're really going?
Jeez.
What's that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
all right.
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at the green light, we never reach our goal.
Jeez, you're pathetic.
Akane already took off on her own. Might be faster if we split up and look around, too. Like Sonya said, there's no more killing, so we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then, let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
Now go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonya took a deep bow and then left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonya,
Miss Sonia!
please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonya, who had just departed, and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. And it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. So it's chapter 0 and 6, huh?
I knew you could do it.
Ellipses. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this what Kuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. This hallway. There is a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? Guess we can't go through there. Is this a dojo? Full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? What's this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, The Histories of Hope Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to ignore it, but there's no way I can't do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, and as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. But to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decide to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department, who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exams fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of that talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is crippled by this incident, and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like the manga that's suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Most these phrases mentioned at the beginning, at the end of this manga, the tragedy, and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happen, right? This manga only mentions the name, so I don't really know the details, but no, you just waste time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Well, you're here again.
Shing!
The thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or you willing to conceal those memories yourself? Huh? You want to be confident in yourself, so you want to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student. Damn it, what the heck? Reserve Department has been added to truth bullets. This cherry tree is in blossom. Maybe it's a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo. But in this situation, it looks bizarre. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? He's breaking the fourth wall all over the place. Cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. The falling petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Yoko and Peko were here, they would have looked truly picturesque. For their sakes, well, now I'll definitely go home. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for air training. There are a bunch of wooden blockers here. Here's them as a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue.
What's going on?
This hallway, kind of creepy. I can't go places that I should be able to go. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Look how mad the game is. Oh. This is another manga. I'm sitting on top of the desk. And this one is manga for morons, the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy, huh? Wasn't the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? It's why Hope Peak Academy went bankrupt then. It was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, I'll be able to learn a little more about the incident. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. You see, one can learn about the event known as the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy occurred at Hope Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. The only superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who is known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. Oh, so was that what happened in that room back in the first game? However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of the reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. An incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We're excited? Danganronpa 0. Shit. Should I have played Danganronpa? Should I have read or... I don't know, watched? I don't know what Danganronpa 0... Was it an anime? Or was it a manga? What was it, a game? I don't think there was a game for it, but whatever. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Peak Academy. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it. He always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before, too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the future meaning of hope, was the true meaning of hope. But for Azuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. And what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I had no reason to do something like that. Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is far worse. It's a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Azuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who's that? This incident is really messed up. All it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Raw. How is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. Just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already.
I've been found.
This looks like a plastic tarp. Why is this left out like this? Clean after yourselves, will you? I've seen this in movies before. It's a refrigerator for preserving dead bodies. At least that's what it looks like. Well, that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school bio lab isn't something you should joke about. It just feels so forced. This idea should have been canceled during development or something. What am I thinking? There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one will obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga, and I hope that I was right. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself was grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet, and festered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet, and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the ultimate engulfing the world, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, this is really true. And what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my. You don't like manga?
Whew.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened? And I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? None of the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said in the beginning. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. No. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. Hey. On the other hand, I'm worried about whether or not you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps, no. That's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened. What in the world is this ultimate despair group? If you're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But they're known as Ultimate Despair, and they're high school students, right? Well, if they're actually able to do it, then I guess That's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings were involved and connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Ugh, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So, where should I go next? No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him.
Jeez.
I went inside this room. That bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either.
Hiya!
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well.
Boom, boom.
Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No, no.
Well, there was another thing I need to tell you on this floor. Hee hee hee. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What do you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for.
What?
Surprise. It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
there was originally a title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. High school girl? Obviously, you think the ultimate despair would be a guy? It had to be a girl.
yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Inoshima. Junko Inoshima.
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. And created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me.
Chotomate. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. I mean, if QAnon exists, like anything can exist, really, if you think about it.
Hey,
That holds true of Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
phew.
Her connections were the main reason that instance became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat.
Huh?
Then what was their purpose?
Huh?
Nani? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? Doesn't make any sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Inoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Inoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Inoshima as Junko Inoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Inoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the Ultimate Despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the Ultimate Despairs, who had been recruited, became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was from their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Inoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to her children. They decided all despairs so they could escape from despair. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Inoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible.
What?
Do you know about the final days of the reserve course students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All 2,357? Oops. It wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it!
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair, Junko Inoshima. Doesn't scare me at all, I mean.
Bastard!
Junko Inoshima's already dead. Huh? Ultimate Despair has been added to both Reserve Department.
What?
Well, surprise. Do you want to hear about Ultimate Despair again? No, I don't really need you to.
Hey,
Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it's actually a term used to describe Junko Inoshima's the original Ultimate Despair. He just started on his own. As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. Created Ultimate Despair. It's fine, you don't have to explain. I'm just getting to the good part. Or not, I've already heard it from before. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Inoshima is really dead?
Huh?
What? You didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings that we were involved in. They were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As we're called, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with lots of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Inoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Inoshima is dead.
like...
It turns out the killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy. And she just took away their memories? That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed and surveilled by surveillance cameras broadcast worldwide. Except there's no limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. But forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other and for the sake of survival. They were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast of despair all at once. That's messed up.
Huh.
But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Inoshima failed. Junko lost all the students she placed in her trap. And after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko's no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Mokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko Inoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko Inoshima is already dead, and the rest of the ultimate despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resembled that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, imitation.
No shit.
If students for Hope Speak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting somewhere, just like the surveillance cameras during the school life? The killing school life? Killing school life was added. Okay. Ultimate despair. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? Huh? Well, what? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh, how exciting.
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character out. You're not making any sense.
Well now.
Now then, I'll leave you guys smile. Now I'll tell you everything I know, including information about on the outside and the inside.
Yeah!
I'll raise them flags like crazy.
What?
Oh no.
What?
Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. So, son, what's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Connie's twitching her nose, like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut feeling.
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean? Who?
So,
No, it's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
But still, gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Mokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Looks like some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that, the mark engraved into it, the monument, is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope Speak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Speak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Well, Kuma, you completely made it up! Future Foundation's origins had been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Yeah. I wonder if that means like the Future Foundation was created by the original cast of Danganronpa 1 that survived. It's a very nice looking piano. Must be very valuable. Ibuki might have been able to play this. Well, what is this? Words are floating in the air. This is a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. Looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Inoshima rallying them. In worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they're survivors of Hope Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World Program. Survivors of Hope Peak Academy. 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what do survivors mean? It's like they're talking about some other world. They're talking from some other world. What happened outside of Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore, maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. Guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. Now, as long as Mokuma's around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Mokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Inoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is the research facility on Jabberwock Island? Mentioned in the email. What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient room. There's no way that research facility... If there really is a Future Foundation... If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there's so many mysteries. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe...
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mentioned it, it does look like that.
Well...
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Gotta clear out the poo-poo. Here, have some mineral water. flowers on top of desks? Plus, they look strange to me. Are my eyes just tired? There's something written on the blackboard. It's written here. List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters just below that. Are names I've seen before. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hyoko Sayanji is written there. What is this newspaper? What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sayanji. This can't mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean, the Hyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It's pretty much her defining feature. The photo in this newspaper. In a way, I can see the resemblance to Hyoko, but her height and figure. It's too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hyoko Sayanji here. Then Hyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name?
I mean...
That's the whole explanation, right? I mean, look at yourself. Look at yourself. That's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
Man...
Well, it's not like I was close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sayanji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No. There's too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hyoko.
Of course not!
What are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was a famous childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well...
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today, I'm feeling white.
Okay? Let me know when you're ever feeling Asian, or, you know. Well, they wouldn't be fair. Well, regardless, all the clues I provide are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? Is this the truth? If this is the truth, then Hyoko, then the Hyoko in this newspaper. Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Maybe they are in the simulation. I remember, like, during the first game, I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe they're all, like, in some sort of Matrix-like simulation. If so, then I'll probably explain how they can block out memories easily like that. But I don't know. It's still far beyond what I understand. I don't know all the lore.
Hey!
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, would it mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also on the blackboard under that list of subjects. What kind of experiment is that?
What's going on?
It better not have anything to do with time travel. Extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. Looks like I've seen it before. The name etched into the placard says, Hope Peak Academy founder, Izuru Kamukura. The founder of Hope Peak Academy, and his name is Izuru Kamukura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko Inoshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there's still a leader on par with Junko Inoshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does this mean this is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way to be forgiven that easily. Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor.
Yaha!
Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage. Next stage?
Huh? Are you serious?
Are we screwed?
Now this subject seems really dangerous.
Hey!
Don't tell me all this killing is gonna have some psychotic conclusion like it's in some experiment. Damn it, not again. Always are different from last time. I guess that flag Moku mentioned is raised. Moving to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? No, it's not the time to be confused by that. Think about it, it's just gonna waste my energy. All this like corruption here does seem like you're in like some sort of computer simulation. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. It's a nice, firm-looking leather sofa. Looks to be comfortable for anyone to sleep on. There's a dartboard. But this is still a school, right? Or did Monokuma just randomly make up this place? There's a lot of different magazines here. Fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. My hero will have been happy to see this. It's a file with Hope's Peak Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously, Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope's Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope into the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been The Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms, and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression in my mind for some time. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about those words. True hope, huh? This hologram again. Just one thing. Looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. And as for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Remnants of despair, okay. The Academy survivors. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then, why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible for the Future Foundation to set this all up.
What's this?
My, Hajime, if you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue. So I did a little bit of hacking and got them. And there, here and there to get them. You can do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
no.
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. I wonder if that was implying that Monokuma is being controlled by Zuru now. Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this place? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. This must be a library. Well, could have probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Nothing left but an email, huh? This hologram again. Must be in one of their Future Foundation's email. I should read it. To Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Nai. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring to the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined Future Foundation because you agreed to our deals, right? The Future Foundation rescued from the tragedy you survived and cooperate with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Ah, okay. So the implication here is that the survivors of Danganronpa 2 joined the Future Foundation, and then when they realized that the Future Foundation was rounding up all of the agents of despair and killing them, they left and tried to do things their own way, I think. What does this mean? This email suggests someone's trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he split the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Okay. To be or not to be? Huh? Didn't I walk to a classroom? Nah, I don't really get it, but this looks like a laundry room. There's no use in worrying about it. I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in the laundry room.
No.
This looks like a tablet computer. Looks like the power's on too. Is this the next flute? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World program. This word, Neo World. Seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. Ah, shit. So the theory of the Matrix computer simulation from the first game that I just couldn't help but feel was somehow present and is actually a thing. Okay. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing this device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. I wonder if that's what happened with Nagito. He was a normal person, and then he got jacked into the program, and then they just changed it up so much that he became a fucking weirdo. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world. Program. A feeling of emptiness. Like everything's being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah! I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that. This, there's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me too? Excuse me.
Hiya!
Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. Hoo-hoo-hoo. You guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Is it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo 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 hoo. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but...
Well,
Are you familiar with this placebo effect and the nocebo effect? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite, which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions. If the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why are you bringing that up all of a sudden? Huh?
oh my.
Huh? I am not sure. I do not fully understand. What the heck? The moment you discover that truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. The fuck? The fucking monolith is here? 2001: Space Odyssey is real. Is this floating? Well, that's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? And the moment I look at that object... It's Chihira's AI. I think. Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program. A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me alter ego. Ah, so it is you. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. You can talk. But what are you? Alter ego, artificial intelligence program. I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I am responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Chotomate. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it. It's that feeling from earlier again. This floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet on the ground. It's like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is this Neo World program? The Neo World program has admitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this place is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. So like most video games. I'm sorry. I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. And after all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait. Are you saying this is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction. Is that? And so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? I want to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. And I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope. But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, it's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Mon-kun was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Building the program on the survivors of Hope Peak Academy, while it's still in its experimental stage, I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. And I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? Rats, we're the rats. That's the only thing I can think of. Sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry. I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the Observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. but the observer of the student in the student world was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as anyone else. What kind of authority does that teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. And because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know what the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build a world. It was a grandmaster chess player. It had anal beads up his ass, vibrating. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. And even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about the Monokuma Rockin' Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpassed this alter ego? If so, does this virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible that it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility. But the only person who could enter that facility is someone who's a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Observers have been added to the troop bullets, okay? Okay, Neo World programs updated. But it's true that the virus is powerful, and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So, it has a limit too. A limit. If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. As such, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey, come on now.
Okay, even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you.
How strange.
If you're gonna say something more. Suppose that you exist between life and death, and the death of you yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the defluction based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the paradigm change results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with joint ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites your death. What the heck? Oh, I recognize that silhouette anywhere. That Yumakoto? 90? The heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Ellipses. Maybe he can't hear my voice from the side. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, Video feedback's been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept our outside interference. The alter ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. Looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just, who is this guy anyway? Who is this guy? Some sort of protagonist? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. Well, that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just a virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us. What did he want us to save? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam, Graham, right? You know, 11037. 11037, that's a number we found at Nesme Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you guys finished the finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason why I left 11037, that 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Ah, so that wasn't just an accident. It really was the Leon hint from the first game. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? No, I didn't play the first game. That's probably what Hajime would be saying right now. I'm trusting you all. I'm trusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are trying to crush you with despair, using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Makoto? In a worst case scenario, where an observer who has the role of teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means, even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Daff.
Hmm?
Huh?
Say what?
What was that just now?
Hmm?
Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness just now? Nothing really. Naruhodo.
Anyway.
Oh well. Anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. We got no good artificial intelligence that tells you any more useless stuff. I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon. A very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might, so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do your best. But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so rational, what am I supposed to do? 11037. Shutdown sequence. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me, you guys. Okay, it looks like the investigation phase is coming to an end.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy.
Boo, see you soon. Whoopsies. Right door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. Just need to focus on that. Now, this is where the trial area was. Alright, guys. I think this is a good spot to call it for this evening. I'm guessing we're going to have another class trial where we discuss... it's not going to be a real class trial, but a way to discuss what the truth behind what happened to us was. So that'll be something we'll do next time. I always want to split it up in phases, right? You have the investigation phase, then you have the trial phase. You also have the school life phase, but I guess we skipped that part for this chapter since we're so close to the end. Alright, so let me go to the opening here. But yeah, it's interesting seeing that theory that I had of a simulation from the very first game finally coming to fruition. I wonder if that was just like something that the developers decided to put in because people were thinking about it in the first game, maybe. They saw that theory coming around, it's like, you know what? We could do something with this. Yeah. So I'm guessing... Here's my theory so far. So after the events of the first game, the survivors of Danganronpa 1 joined up with the Future Foundation. And that's when they start building up this Neo World program as a simulation for a perfect world where there's no despair, as a way for, you know, humanity to continue on without worrying about the despair of the real world. And then somehow the remnants of despair somehow infiltrated the simulation and planted a virus and used it to instill despair in the Future Foundation for working on the program and seeing what happens to all the people they put in the simulation and seeing those people dying and, you know, more despair, basically. I'm still not sure about the whole remnants of despair thing that went on with Makoto, though. Maybe the Future Foundation was rounding up the agent, the remnants of despair, executing them because that was all they could think of doing, and I don't know, maybe Makoto was like, no, that's evil, we can't do that, we can't, and I guess he, you know, fractured off from that group or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. That's something I'll still need to piece together once we get to the actual. I'm not sure it's going to be called a trial, but something like that, some sort of phase, that the discussion phase, whatever. Yeah, well, we'll figure that out next time when we play. And I think after chapter 6, there's a finale chapter, which probably isn't that long. So hopefully we'll finish this next stream, I think. Yeah. Because I know in the first game, the finale chapter was literally just like a few slides and that was it. So, yeah, hopefully we finish up Danganronpa 2 this weekend. But yeah, for anyone who's watching, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.